I'm Jake and you're watching Gas Guzzlers, and this is our coverage of the International Motor Press Association Spring Break, and this is the F-150 Lightning. Okay guys, let's get into it. Now at the front of the F-150 Lightning, this is the all-electric F-150 pickup truck, and one of the ways you can tell is by this big, beautiful light bar going all the way across the front of the vehicle. You're gonna have a bunch of skid plate protection underneath protecting the battery pack, but the coolest part about the F-150 Lightning and some of that electric capability is you get a Frunk. But this is the coolest Frunk in the automotive industry. First of all, it's power opening. Inside, you have tons of outlets, USB charges, 2.4 kilowatts of charging capability right in this bad boy. You have cup holders here. You can open this up right here to reveal a drainable compartment. You can put ice in there. You can have a cookout with the gang. You can power a slow cooker with the vehicle, have your drinks in there. You're having a grand time with your F-150 Lightning. You can put 400 pounds of stuff in here, and there's 400 liters of volume. This is probably the coolest feature of this truck apart from the drivetrain, which enables this awesome feature. Let's get around to the side. Now looking at the side of the vehicle, the Lightning brings along that aluminum construction that the F-150 pioneered and continues to this day. It used to give you better fuel economy, now it's gonna give you better battery range. Now, your wheels here, standard is gonna be 18-inch wheels. As you know, electric wheels cover up a lot of the area. They don't have any spokes or intricacy to them because that way you get less turbulence in the wheel well. You're getting better mileage with your electric battery. Now, your mirrors here have really cool lights in them. So is the rest of the vehicle. It has 360-degree zone lighting. From the interior, you can turn on lights and light up the workspace around the vehicle. Really great feature. One of those lights is in your running board here. Pieces of the vehicle, like the running board, had to be reshaped to increase aerodynamic efficiency. Towards the rear of the vehicle, you're gonna have independent rear suspension. No leaf springs, nothing like that. That's gonna result in a more confident, more comfortable ride. At the rear of the F-150 Lightning, this is the business end of any pickup truck. And of course, Ford knows what they're doing. They've been leading the pickup truck market for forever now. Of course, you have traditional features you'd find in the gas models, like the pull-out step, which Ford has become famous for. Easily pull it out and you can get into your bed. And there's also a bunch of measurements, areas to cut and stuff right here in your bed. Now, if you want to cut back here, that's great, but how are you going to power your tools? Ford's got you covered. There is an outlet back here that can provide, standard is 2.4 kilowatts of power, but it can provide up to 10 kilowatts of power on the Platinum version. I think it's like 9.6, but that is an insane amount of power. This truck can power a house for 3 days, which is absolutely insane. It can push the power back into your house. It can also charge another electric vehicle out of itself. So if you have a buddy who's, electric Silverado ran out of juice, well, your Ford here is gonna get him out of that situation. And I know I'm gonna get a lot of flack from GM guys in the comments now, so you can let me have it. I've earned it. Let's talk powertrain. This vehicle can have up to 580 horsepower and 775 pound-feet of torque. That is an eye-watering number. Towing is up to 10,000 pounds of towing capacity and up to 2,235 pounds of payload capacity, and all Lightnings are going to have 4x4 capability. And what about the battery powering this beast? There are two options, 230 miles or an extended range pack giving you 320 miles. 15 to 80% happens in around 8 hours. So not the fastest charging, especially when you see what the folks at Honda are doing, but for a lot of folks, you plug this in at your level 2 charger at home, you're gonna be A-okay. And now it's time to go for a drive in the F-150 Lightning. Talking about some of the cool interior features of this vehicle, this does have that feature where you can roll down your shifter and this folds out to become a table, your center, which is really great. Ford's marketing this as a truck of all different types, right? You can get the luxury Platinum version, the work truck specific Pro version. So features like that to have your laptop out are gonna be great. And I just gotta say, if you're driving this, there's no noise. Other than that, it's very hard to tell this is not a regular F-150. Perhaps the only thing really letting you know that this isn't a normal F-150 from the inside is this large Sync 4A infotainment system, which soon enough all the F-150s are gonna have. This is the same system you find in the Mach-E. all the Ford vehicles are going to be getting this pretty soon, it seems. You have an all digital gauge cluster right here. For a bit more details on the F-150, last year we did a walk around of this vehicle when we very first got to see it. So definitely check that out. But here we're going to go for a short drive. Again, this isn't a full review. This is more of a first impressions. We only have a couple minutes with the car. Other interior features I want to quickly call attention to: panoramic roof right here that we can open up. Huge glass roofs, I'm a big fan of those always. Huge mirrors, which you would come to expect from a pickup truck. Now let's do a little acceleration, just a little acceleration. Out here we're gonna pull out from the stop sign. We're just gonna give her some gas, as the saying goes. So we're going about 10 here, 11, and that was about to 45 right there. That was about to 45 right there. That was quick though. This vehicle has just insane amounts of power. There is never, I mean, going up hills, you know, there's never a lack of power in this vehicle. And I've never felt a pickup truck accelerate like that. Now, I also haven't been in the Ram TRX, so, you know, who knows? Stellantis, if you're watching this, you know, send a Ram TRX my way. But this vehicle, it handles just like a normal F-150. I have no problem keeping this in the lines. The steering is nice and tight. It feels exactly how I like it. The steering in the Toyota Tundra, which we actually just passed the Toyota Tundra, the new Tundra was too light for me. This feels perfect. Ford hit the steering perfectly in this vehicle. And of course, you can change all sorts of drive modes and stuff. I'm sure that will affect everything in this vehicle. But, you know, it just feels great. Now, something I would really like to test in the future is Blue Cruise. Ford has 130,000 miles of highway that you can drive hands-free on with this vehicle. Now, last I checked with Ford, last summer when we worked with this vehicle and got to do a walk around, that number was 100,000 miles. So they've added 30,000 miles of road in a pretty short amount of time. So this system, from what I understand, is rapidly expanding. So Ford's definitely doing a good job of adding autonomous hands-free driving. And of course, this has all the normal radar, cruise control, whatnot that you would expect from this vehicle. Really, I'm very impressed by the driving of this vehicle, and I'm excited to hopefully get some more hands-on time with it in the future. This has been a really quick look from the International Motor Press Association Spring Break. I want to thank you all for tuning into Gas Guzzlers. Continue to watch for more coverage from IMPA Spring Break in the coming days. All right, everyone, take care. We'll see you in next week's video.